Hi, hello, namaste, good evening, and a very warm welcome on behalf of Center. So recently we celebrated our 300th Center Talk session, and thanks to all of you for making it a very grand success. So today we are delighted to welcome you to the 302nd session in Center's webinar series for teachers. So these Center, led by global education experts, are designed to offer valuable insights into effective classroom practices and professional growth for Center teacher community. We encourage you to make the most of the session by actively engaging yourself, sharing your thoughts, participating in the poll, asking your questions, providing feedback. So your involvement will help us to enhance these learning experiences and ensures that you continue to meet your professional needs. So today we have a session based on soft skills, the bridge between teachers and students. And we are really excited to announce today's facilitator, Miss Aparna G. Welcome, Aparna, ma'am. So, Miss
Hello,
Aparna
good
is a
evening all.
okay. So, Miss Aparna is a certified soft skills and communication trainer. She has around over 10 years of experiences. She specializes in result-oriented training programs focusing on communication enhancement. She conducts IELTS preparation programs and soft skill development programs. She is passionate about empowering educators, and she has conducted numerous faculty development workshops to improve teaching effectiveness and student engagement. So she is known for her practical, learner-centered approach, and she has helped professionals and students alike achieve greater confidence and measurable growth. Her training sessions consistently receive positive feedback for being very interactive, impactful, and tailored to the real world needs. So I welcome you, ma'am, again, and over to you for the session.
Thank you, Chandrika ma'am. Good evening all. A warm welcome to Center Talks. As she gave a brief introduction, my name is Aparna. So we are going to see some basics about soft skills for teachers. So as you know, in this 21st century, it is very challenging to handle certain kids, either it's at home or at school or in any education campus. And day to day, everyone is thinking about how to handle my student, how to get the feedback, how to make them to perform well in terms of academics, how to bringing under the control of a positive discipline and mannerism. So I'm really happy to meet teachers because, of course, I'm also a teacher, I'm also a trainer. So before we start, I just wanted to know your introduction. Just tell your name and where are you from? A short introduction from everyone, and how many years you are into the teaching field. I just want the session to be very, very interactive and informative as well. So I request people to respond and voice out. Okay, fine. Then we will start. I'm going to share my screen. So, guys, let's start to understand what is the role of a teacher in students' life. So, we have a number of answers like we are the teachers who do knowledge transfer, we mentor them, we guide them, we support them during their tough times, we are the problem solvers, and for many students, we are the role model, all these things. So, when we were a student, still we remember our teacher who was the eye opener of our life, right? But is it the same in the current environment as well? That's a big question. Is it connected to the soft skill? Of course, yes. Of course, yes. Because when we were a student, we have that respect and fear towards the teacher and also love towards the teacher. Of course, now also it is there, but somewhere there is some gap or something which is disturbing the relationship of a teacher and the student. It may be because of the student's mindset or teacher's work pressure or the environment, anything it might be. How we are going to fix this? Everywhere we hear that soft skill is very important. We have to be very empathetic. We have to be very communicative. We have to have the leadership skills, etc., etc. But as a teacher, how am I going to do that? Because 90% of the role of a teacher is to transfer the knowledge, to teach them lessons, to give them exams, homework, and finally to help them to move to the next level in their life. Wherever you go, without teacher, you cannot move in your life. But if you really wanted to, that is a saying like, if you like the teacher, you like the subject. But how to like the teacher? That's the biggest question. So challenges in current society and also purpose of education in the current society. Greater need for education, higher standards of living, more diverse students with greater educational needs. And of course, schools are also ensuring success. Yes, of course, these are the true facts. I don't deny that. So I just want you guys to try to put some messages. What are the challenges you are facing in the 21st century in students' performance and also in their shaping their personality? I'm going to look at the chat box now. Let me have a look. See so many good evening messages. Yes, very good. Passionate teacher about teaching. I enjoy teaching. You're from Bangalore, 15 years of experience. One person has highlighted again 15 years of experience. Okay, now we are a teacher and also a learner. Wow, what a cool statement by Tanuja ma'am. Yes, yes. Now please slowly try to highlight the challenges. You can just share your answers in 1 or 2 words. That's more than enough. Span of attention. Yes, definitely, because they're addicted to the mobile phone and other gadgets. Lack of attention. I could see many answers as lack of attention. Safe environment, of course, yes. Lack of attention, discipline focus. Engage students actively in the class. Of course, yes. Your answer is right. Emotional imbalance for kids is most demanding challenge. Can anyone tell me why emotional demanding? I mean, emotional balance is most demanding because, according to my perspective, they are pampered a lot. They are pampered a lot. I don't know how many of you agree with my answer, but they are pampered a lot, because they get everything, whatever they ask for, or at least 9 out of 10, whatever they ask for. Denial is very less. So obviously, they assume that, okay, I can get anything. Okay, teacher has lost respect. Lack of interest, lack of concentration. Why lack of concentration? As I already told you, somewhere they believe that, okay, even if I don't attend the class, I can depend on the technology, or I can go for a tuition, or I can go for a coaching class. I can learn, I can survive in some way. The seriousness is very less. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so here we have a poll as well, where the question is teaching is just a knowledge transfer or something beyond that. I'm really very happy to see 63% of you have answered yes, which is something beyond that. What is that beyond that? Which means we play a vital role in the student's life. social or 10th standard. Okay. Lack of concentration, first generation who getting formal education. Okay. Lack of interest. Children are not made to face failure. What a wonderful reply. Children are not made to face failure. Yes, they don't know how to handle rejections. They don't know how to face failures. So, see, if they are pampered a lot or if they are in a very comfort zone, and first time when they see someone who is restricting them, right? Obviously, they feel something different. I'm not against parents. I'm not trying to tell it in that way. Parents are very strict, and parents wish their kids to be successful in life. Always, parents say that my kid has to be the most successful in life, and they should get all the happiness. XYZ. I don't deny that, but restriction is somewhere very less. So when as a teacher we say that do your homework within 1 day or complete your project within 1 week, what is the status of your assignment in 3 days, somewhere they feel that okay, I can submit it even on fourth day. And if we say that why you are submitting on fourth day, why not 3 days, then there is no answer for it. Okay, okay. Of course, and a beautiful reply. This is because of COVID or post that. Yes. This reply is given by Savita Rajesh ma'am. Yes. I realized after COVID, the behavior in the students has drastically changed. I'm also trying to find the answer for it. To be very honest, the seriousness towards the classroom environment has reduced. When I go to offline classes, I realize the same. And I'm also trying to find the answer how can we fix this? Okay, let's come back. Why teachers need to develop soft skills? Now, let's try to answer this question. Of course, there is an answer, but why do we need soft skills? Okay, to grab attention. Release are not accepted. So, my dear teachers, I request you to kindly look at the next slide. Why teachers need to develop soft skills? Let's try to discuss on this. Of course, we discussed a lot about uh, challenges faced, and most of you have given the maximum answers and more related answers, similar answers. Okay, very much necessary to handle 21st century kids. Okay, so when it comes to teachers, I'll tell you one thing, not all, but maybe few. Okay, when we raise our tone and we instruct something in the classroom, it is not intentional. I have observed this when we raise our tone and we instruct something or when we give some information in the classroom, as a coincidence, that is sounding little rude to the students. That is not the mistake of the teacher, but it is their tone, and it is not they're doing it wantedly as well. It is that is how their tone is. This is one of the reason why students are not that cooperative or not that serious towards the teacher. Somewhere they feel that this teacher is always shouting in the classroom, but it is not the teacher's nature. We are here to help them to improve their knowledge. But when we raise our tone a little, that is the point where these students or the classroom environment is mismatched. So that is one of the important reason which I have noticed, because in my experience I know one teacher, chemistry teacher, who is having a great knowledge in the subject, but when I observe the teacher taking class, in order to make the last bench student to listen, she slightly raises her tone. What happens? It becomes little rude or harsh, but it is not intentional. How many of you experience this? How many of you experience this? Okay. Yes, I could see some related answers. Yes. 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 Okay, cool. Before we move to the next slide, there is one more poll. How would you rate your ability to resolve conflicts in the classroom? 50-50, excellent and fair. There itself, we are winning in terms of soft skills. My dear teachers, remember that apart from the knowledge transfer, if you are able to handle your students at least 50%, that is our first success, especially in this 21st century. Correct? And I'm happy to see that maximum of you are voting for these polls. Okay. So, when you communicate with your students, it's my humble request as a soft skill trainer, please watch your tone. This is very, very important. We are not intentional, but somewhere that might sound little different to the students. I repeat, when we communicate with these students, especially when you are in the classroom, and if you are raising your voice, for some reason, please watch your tone so that the students may not feel difficult in communicating with you. Because, as I told, the first success of a teacher is transferring the knowledge to the students and making them perform academically well. This we are doing years together. But how that is possible? Only when you understand your student better. If there are 50 students in a class or if there are 30 students in a class, at least to some extent, you should be able to observe and analyze each and every student of yours in terms of their uh, coordination and comfort zone with the teacher. That comfort zone only comes through the soft skills. How many of you agree with this? Because I have experienced this personally, so I would like to share it with you guys. Okay, parents don't want to teachers to raise voice or their child will go to depression. Depression. Okay, okay, okay. I think even adults should forget the word depression. Okay, fine. I hope so far you're able to understand the purpose of this webinar. And if you have any doubts, if you wanted to say something, feel free to highlight it in the live chat. And let's make it even more interesting and interactive. So next slide. How soft skills of teachers can make wonders in students' life. This is the next question. Before that, there is a poll. As a teacher, which soft skill do you struggle with the most? Time management, classroom management, communication skills, adaptability. Time management, yes. If our class hours are little high, I agree. Sometimes we may face this challenge of time management. Classroom management, I would like to give some tips. Talk with your student on one-on-one. If there is a feasibility, if there is a option, please talk with your student one-on-one. Or when you find time during PTA meetings, I hope each and every education campus have this PTA meetings. So try to speak with that student, have that emotional touch. Emotional touch is nothing but, I mean to say, you are doing good. Try to motivate that student because that is more required now. Because someone has highlighted, if they rise the tone, they go into depression. But if you motivate the student, if you appreciate even small things, there are high chances where they may start showing interest in obeying the teacher's instructions. Because in today's world, everyone is having a very busy life and everyone is running behind something to achieve. Okay, so there is very less time to appreciate on ourselves and appreciate others as well and motivate others as well. It is a very important psychological factor, appreciating even the small efforts of the student. You don't need to do it as a daily work. See, for example, you are instructing a student, you have to complete your homework within 2 days, but the student is submitting the homework by fourth day only. You are telling the student, see, next time you should not do it like this. Second time also, the student is delaying in submitting the homework, maybe on third day. So again, when first time he submitted the homework on fourth day, second time he submitted the homework on third day. Now you can say that still you are delayed, but when compared to the previous homework submission, 1 day before. Now next time, put some more time and try to complete it by third day. So these kind of small things is very important uh, with these kids. Okay, cool. I'm really very happy. Everyone is live. Everyone is active in the live chat box. Yes, appreciation does wonders. Too much of appreciation is also not good. And one more thing, if at all, if a student is committing any mistake, let it be a small mistake or big mistake, we have rights to interfere them. We have rights to question them. But maximum, try to do it one on one. Don't try to do it in front of everyone in the class, because in some way or the other, that may disturb them, because we do not know what is the emotional strength of each and every student in the current society. Please correct me if I'm wrong, because I have seen this. If it is going to be a middle-aged student, or especially girls, so if you want to give a feedback for any mistake committed by any student, let it be a small thing or a little critical thing as well. Just tell them that come and meet me in person, have a feedback in the staff room or even in one-on-one cabin. Maximum, try to avoid it in front of the classmates, because somewhere they feel that is disturbing them. I hope this is also an important point which we have to follow in the classroom ethics. I will not say even classroom ethics. When we are trying to build a good relationship with the students, these are some small steps which we need to remember. Please highlight your comments in the live chat box regarding the points which I have highlighted so far. Yes, positive feedback. But not every time positive feedback also works out. Sometimes, if they are committing a very big mistake, we have to take it to the next level, like to the center head or to the vice principal, or calling their parents and highlighting it. So, I'm just letting you know on it. Right? Cool, guys. Very happy to see the teacher's response. Next. Okay. Let's not make a very big list when it comes to soft skills for 21st century teachers. Effective communication. Effective communication is not only through WhatsApp, not only through the technology like email or messages. Face to face communication also matters. So, let's say a teacher is handling 250 to 300 students. Someone has highlighted you. You are handling social subject or math subject. So imagine you are handling 4 to 5 grade, and all together 250 to 300 students. So as a self task, try to meet at least 5 students and cover all the 250 to 300 students in a month. Apart from the PTA, I'm not sure whether it is possible. If not 1 month, in 1.5 months. Just 5 minutes of time during their break, or during the sports hour, or during the if you're traveling to the same bus, whatever it is. Because always face to face communication make wonders than the WhatsApp chats or the Gmail. If anyone is in the 90s or 80s kids, you would have experienced it. So effective communication is not the strong statements or the documents which we share in WhatsApp or in Gmails, but also face to face. Just try to do it. You may not see immediate response or immediate change in your students, but it will take its own time. You can definitely see the difference. So take a list of number of students you have, split it as you imagine your working day is Monday to Saturday or Monday to Friday. Each 4 students or 5 students based on your schedule as well. Please try to do that. Just ask, you no need to ask something about the academic records. You should always try to have a conversation out of the academics as well. Don't go please deep into their personal things and all. That will obviously come back to us in a different way. Just say that, how is your health? Are you taking your food on time? Do you find time to study? Do you find the syllabus easy? If you need any help, please try to reach me. Try to complete your syllabus content on time. Do your test well. Be confident in appearing for the exams, which is very much needed now. They have exam fear very badly. I will not say exam fear. Exam fear is 90s and 80s kids statement. They will say that exam depression. The latest word is exam depression. So this effective communication will support strong relationship. If first two bulletins are achieved, effective communication and strong relationship, point number 3, classroom management will slowly become easy. I would like to repeat, if your communication is effective, it will build a strong relationship. Strong relationship is nothing but they will start listening to you. Somewhere they feel that okay, the teacher is concerned about my health or about my emotional balance, and then the classroom management will become easy. But again, I will say there is something beyond this. If there are 50 students in a class, 40 students will listen to us. There will be outstanding 10 students who will always be naughty. So how to handle them? We have our own traditional way. I don't want to highlight it, but I'm just letting you know. Yes. Improved student-teacher relationship irrespective of academic performance. Please share your messages or your thoughts regarding the point which I've highlighted in the live chat. Yes, today's children, they have lack of patience. For that only, schools have started soft skill training even for students. Your answer is right, Madhu ma'am. Yes, but for that only nowadays, even in schools, they have started, coaching and started shaping their character through soft skill training. It will take its own time. We cannot see immediate reply. Yes, Kavita ma'am has given a reply. We should find out the reason and give instruction. Very good, ma'am. We should find out the reason, but how it is possible? As I suggested you, take the list of total number of students, try to meet them at least each 4 or 5, and tell them that if you have any difficulty, if you have any challenge, feel free to let me know, especially those who are class teachers. If you are a class teacher, please try to do this, because than the subject teacher, class teachers have more responsibility in terms of operations, in terms of academic, in terms of overall student support. Yes, Asha Jain ma'am has mentioned as face-to-face conversation is very essential. My dear teachers, please try this. You can definitely see this difference. So we have 1 year, I mean, one academic year is for 1 year, right? Try to meet them in person at least twice, if possible thrice, which is based on the number of students you have. So if at all, if the student is coming back from festival holidays, just have a small conversation with them asking like, how was your holidays? Where did you go? How do you spend holidays? Was everything fine? Are you happy? Are you happy enough to come back to the academic mindset? So these kind of some pleasing questions are very much required for current students. Okay. Okay. Classroom management, of course, our body language is important. Watch your tone. I would like to highlight one thing. This is not to, I request everyone's attention here, my dear teachers. I request everyone's attention here. Persisting until the appropriate behavior occurs. So, I would like to highlight one thing. Few teachers, my intention is not to blame anyone. I myself experienced when I was a student, when we scold any student, kindly, even by mistake, please don't use any unprofessional terms. It is my humble request. When you are scolding any student for any purpose, whatever it is, kindly do not use any unprofessional word at that moment. That will badly affect them and they will lose respect towards the teacher. I have seen this, I have personally experienced this, right? Please don't do that. And yes, when it comes to classroom, make it presentable. Check with your housekeeping people whether the classroom is neat and clean. That is also equally important. Greeting the students outside the school is nothing but all of a sudden you go for a family outing and you also see your student. It's actually student who has to come to you and who has to greet them. Yes, they do that. You should also in turn do that. Hey, how are you? Have a nice time. Something like that. And also once in a week, if there is a uh, possibility, tell them something beyond the academic. For example, few teachers will say motivational quotes, and they tell the students that you should shape your character in future as you grow up. Few teachers will say a story. Few teachers will give real living examples from Indian history. All these things matters a lot in terms of framing our own respect and student management. Yes. What's today's webinar code? Okay. Careful choice of words. Yes, very good. Very good. You're right. Take them to the playground more often. Create rapport through some game first. Nivedita, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It is possible. But as I told, few of you have given the poll as time management is very difficult. So if time permits, you can do that. Open-ended questions also works out. Esther ma'am has given this. Because if you give open-ended questions, we no need to give answer. We can make them to think better. Optimistic words are best. Yes, Kaur ma'am has given this. We must encourage weak students to be with the class. But before that, we should identify who are the weak students through effective communication. Next comes the very important part of a teacher's role. Yes, parent-teacher collaboration. Yes, guys. Before I say something about this slide, I would like to hear from you. I hope everyone is watching the live and parent-teacher collaboration. What it is actually? What is that? Very good. Dechen sir has mentioned need to build trust. Yes, very good. Okay. Ganesh sir has mentioned a super point. First, we believe our students have the ability and make them do it. This is one of the best thing as a motivation which we give to the students. So when they say that I can't do this, it's very difficult, you can do it. I will help you. Of course, one student may complete it very fastly, one student may complete it little slowly. But at the end, every student can perform. Okay, coming back to the collaboration. Along with the teachers, parents have to understand the need of attention. Okay. Very important relationship. Megan Mahajan has mentioned this. Okay. We treat our student as our family members. Kumaravel sir has mentioned this. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. One important point I would like to say is that every school or any education institution have the PTA meeting, right? So when you start with the PTA meeting, this is my humble suggestion. Please look into it as an important soft skill, an effective communication between the teacher and the parent. Teacher student communication is something different. That is to get the respect and to make them to cooperate with us. Teacher and parent effective communication is something different. So what I'm coming to say, whenever you have a PTA meeting, please start with the positives of that kid. Let's not make a PTA meeting a complaint session. This is a humble request from my end because, again, I'm saying everything based on my experience. So, what is happening? The parents somewhere either they will ask the kid, why are you so troublesome? Why so many complaints? That will even put this kid under pressure. Or they will question us back, okay, madam, so many complaints, what are you doing? Right? Both of the things are very difficult. So when you start with the PTA meeting, please start with the positives of the kid and then tell about the other observations or things which has to be changed from the kids end, and you can then tell the parent that we are trying our level best to shape your kids career. We also expect your coordination and your attention during the non-academic hours or at home. These kind of pleasing words are also very much required. Now let me look into the answers. Connect before correcting. Feedback to feed forward. It is a shared responsibility. Building a rapport with the parents to support the students and encourage them. Because few years before, when we went to school, our parents used to say, if you do anything, I will complain to your teacher. And we think that, okay, beyond parent, teacher is very big personality in our life during those school days. Maximum people have experienced this. Our parent, especially our father, will say, if you do anything at home also, I will go and complain to your teacher. That's all gone. So we started believing that beyond our parent, teacher is something very important in our life. Okay, we should not do that. But now it is not like that. So that is the reality. I'm not against anyone. So generation is changing, technology has improved, people's mindset is also changing positively, mostly positively. Certain challenges we don't expect in our career, especially if anyone is a principal or a vice principal who is attending this session. You know more about parent-teacher collaboration and parents' feedback towards the teacher, teachers' difficulties in handling the parent. So this is what I would like to say from my end. Wow, the answer for this question. How confident are you in your communication skills with students, parents, and colleagues? Almost 62% of you have given us very confident. Again, this is your second success. If you're confident in handling people better, that itself is success. Maybe when we come across a different kind of situation, that is a learning period for us. Wow, really, this session is going very, very interactive. Very, very interactive. Obviously, any parent wants to hear the positives first, and then they would like to check where the kid is going wrong or where the kid needs attention. If we have kids and if we go and attend the PTA meeting, we also expect the same. Because if you start only with the complaints or negative parts, maybe if not one parent, maybe another parent may ask, so there is nothing to say positive about my kid. This will be the question, which will again put us in a challenging situation. And I'm happy that most of you are able to uh, cope up with my points. Okay, Savita ma'am has highlighted can utilize zero period in getting close to kids. Yes, ma'am, you're absolutely right. And one more thing, to some extent, we should also know the parents' background because Monica ma'am has mentioned as parents sometimes not speak. It depends upon their background as well. Most of the parents are educated, but in some cases, if at all they are from a very remote place, or if they are not that much exposed with the education system, they may not. Right? In that case, they will have in their mind that okay, I have joined my kid in a school, the teacher will take care of everything. If the kid is studying well and improving in his life, that is my biggest happiness. So there are some exceptional cases as well. Cool, guys. Yes, this is a very important thing. Before we discuss about the current slides statement, uh, first let me hear from every one of you. Do you follow any of your teacher? I say yes, including me. I follow my class teacher till now. I still remember my 11th and 12th class teacher. She's a wonderful lady. The biggest skill which I follow from her is patience. She is such a patient person. What to say? She will never get angry, but she handles students in a very smart way. Let it be a weak student or a strong student, a naughty student or an introvert student, extrovert student. Every student will definitely respond and cooperate to her. I still wonder how it is possible for her. And still, she's a teacher. She's yet to retire. She's a chemistry teacher. So, one thing I learned from my teacher, and I'm still following in my life, being patient in handling the teachers. So, let's discuss about this slide. What footprints you follow from your teachers and how you are able to make it. Of course, there is a generation difference, but I'm looking for, I'm excited to see the answers. They are a role model. Yes, Sri Supriya Franklin ma'am has mentioned as patience. Positive words first and areas that can be strengthened later. Exactly. Esther ma'am has mentioned it. Okay. History teacher. Wow. Because they tell more stories to us. Never scold the child in front of everyone. Surinder Soni has mentioned this. Yes, absolutely. We have the right to question if they are going wrong because we are the teachers. But let's not do it in front of everyone. Motivation, encouragement. Samuel Robin Nasi taught me how to smile. Nivedita ma'am, what a wonderful reply. I think the Samuel teacher has done a great thing to you. If someone is taught, if someone is the reason for the smile on our face, they will definitely have a long life. Okay. How to balance their emotion, how to treat everyone with equality. Okay. Now, what made you to follow them? That is the question. Okay, you follow all these things: empathy, discipline, patience, how to smile, method to handle the students. But what made them to do that? Because there should be something, right? Okay. Okay, Vandana ma'am has given a reply, Amu ma'am has given a reply. Usha Karakoti ma'am has mentioned, and students follow me. Okay, very good, ma'am. Good to hear that. We should. Okay. Eye contact and speaking with eyes to convey what to say. Yes, of course, face to face communication is very important. We should understand student need and feeling. Very good. How to present yourself. Savita Rajesh ma'am has given this answer. Wonderful reply. In the sense, not only within the campus, also in a public forum. That is very important. There are some common questions like based on our behavior, based on an individual behavior, they say that what kind of friends you have, you're behaving like this. This is number one. Or there is no point of being educated if you don't watch your actions. Right? There are these kind of comments raised towards an individual. I'm not mentioning anyone, individual, if they don't watch their actions. So we can learn positive behavior definitely only from our teachers. Knowledge in this technological world, we can learn even from ChatGPT, right? We can gain knowledge even from ChatGPT. That is different. But behavior, 200 percentage, a student can get it only from their teacher. They follow our teacher. Yes or no, guys? So be a role model for your students. You're not going to impress them, or you're not going to have some fans and all, nothing like that. If you present yourself, if you speak confidently, okay, when you're using pleasing words, when you're even highlighting their errors, when you're taking it in a positive way with a limited anger, all these things will shape them and they will try to follow your footprints. Yes. So in the previous slide, I asked you, does a student follow their teacher behavior? And I asked you which teacher you follow, right? Now, in the next slide, highlight your student who follows you. We have moved to the next slide, my dear teachers. Highlight one student who follows you and in what way they follow you. This is a very important thing. Okay, Jyoti ma'am has given a reply. Nowadays, they follow our way of facilitating knowledge. Okay, of course, the first thing students admire from a teacher or they try to adopt a quality is our knowledge. So somewhere they should believe that we are knowledgeable than anyone else in that particular subject or whatever subject you handle. Teacher's image is very important. Approach. Soft tone. Yes, of course. Kumaravels has mentioned that one of his students followed his patience and he has achieved in his career. Sir, this is the biggest achievement in your career because someone has followed your footprint and they are successful in life. This is the biggest knowledge which you have shared to that student. This is the record of each and every teacher. I'm just highlighting that because he has given this message. Every teacher will definitely have a student who follows his footprint. Maybe we would have not identified it. Try to identify from your next visit to your school. Yes, Ichapurapu Aparna ma'am has given student observe what we do and follow the same. Obviously, when we are a kid, see if you take a baby, it follows what it observes what the adults are doing. It follows the same, right? Your writing style. Vaijanti Mala ma'am has given writing style. Savita Rajesh ma'am has given punctuality and the way we approach. Okay, Jyoti Kaushik ma'am has mentioned Prisha, her student name is Prisha, behaves exactly like she would talk the terminology that I use. Wow, ma'am, then definitely you are the role model for her. So you have to be even more cautious when you move the school. Sonia ma'am has mentioned, fifth grade student has mentioned they want to be a teacher like them when they grow up. Exactly, super. Madhumita ma'am has mentioned that they would like to hear the real life experiences. Of course, because whatever we see in the social media is not 100% true. It may be true. Great reply, my dear teachers. It is really a great reply. Eating ethic, very good. Geeta ma'am has mentioned eating ethic. That is also very much important. Okay, Nagesha Rao sir has mentioned most of the students follow my regularity, assigning work and offering feedback on regular basis. So this is the kind of teamwork and leadership which they followed from you, sir. It's a great thing. Okay. Niveda ma'am has mentioned I made a stammering girl confident. So we are not only here to do knowledge transfer, we are shaping their personality. If she has changed into a confident person, as she grow up, she will be even more confident and she will remember you whenever she succeeds in her life. They love to hear stories, the way we dress, motherly affection. Some students like strict teachers. Yes, because all five fingers are not the same. And who are those students like strict teachers? We have to fill in the blanks because we have to identify that. Neatness. On Teachers' Day, as a teacher, come to know how deeply they observe us when they do our acting in class. Okay, that's great. That's great. Politeness. Okay, cool. Superb answers. A very important question. Now we have come to the next slide. Does your student argue with you? Not everyone, but few. So how to handle such kind of student? Okay. So here, if a student is arguing with you, which means they are little aggressive or they are little in the anger mode, then we have to balance our emotion. We should not get down to their level and again argue in turn. You have to stay calm. Listen to the student what he or she is trying to say. Try to redirect the forces if it is not something very important, if it is a silly issue. If it is critical, listen to them. What's your tone when you speak with a student, especially when they argue with you, and also your body language when they argue with you, because that is very important. Sometimes we say like we use our fingers or we do some handshakes. That is very important. Speak with the one-on-one with the student, because when someone is in anger mode, that is not their real character. They might be really a good student. Situation makes them to behave like that. Something may not be fine for that student on that particular day. Doesn't mean that that student has to be blacklisted. Definitely not. Definitely not. If it is critical, something, if the student is arguing and if the discipline is reduced, then you have to take strict action, then you have to be a little more strict. But understand the student why they're arguing it. If it is logically right, try to bring up with some solution by referring or by taking some steps with your seniors or your center head or your principal. Again, very important thing. If at all, if a student is not that interactive in the class, no matter whether it is a bright student or a dull student or a medium kind of student, whatever it is, you are observing some student who is not interactive in the class, who is not attentive, looking very dull, the face is very dull. Okay, please talk to them, because this generation kids, they come across a lot of issues in terms of health, not everyone but few kids, or in terms of emotional imbalance. So we should definitely talk to them. Do not go and directly ask like, what is your problem, why are you dull today, listen to the class. No, you observe it, call them, speak in person. What's wrong, what happened to you, why are you dull today, is everything okay, you need any medical assistance? They will definitely open up. If it is a female student, definitely speak to that student. I strongly recommend, if it is a female student who is dull in the class, irrespective of the age, please speak with that student one-on-one to know what's wrong with that little girl. Okay. Wonderful answers over here. Okay. So guys, my dear student, my dear teachers, we are slowly coming to the end of the session. So please share your responses regarding the last two slides. That is student arguing with you, and if a student is looking very dull in terms of body language or in terms of face or whatever it is, speak to them in person. Kindly share your thoughts related to that. Okay, we have moved to the next slide, my dear teachers. Usha ma'am has mentioned need lot of patience with a handful of such students. Yes. Yes, a very important point. If at all, if any student requires counseling, it is we who have to first identify, because we see them on daily basis. Someone in the top management in any education institute, they may not know which student is doing well, which student is not doing well. But it is we who see them on daily basis. It is we who communicate with them. It is we who build a good rapport with them. It is we who are building a good relationship with them. Then they will definitely open up something which they are unable to even share it with their classmates or something with their parents also. There are chances where they come to us. So at that time, we have to be very, very responsible, and we should take it to their parents' notice as well, in a very, very pleasing way, in a very responsible way. Okay. Now I'm going to play a video. My dear teachers, now I'm going to play a video. I request everyone to watch this video first. This is a sample video. Importance of soft skill for a teacher. We already follow this, but I would like to play it now. I request everyone to watch the video. It is just 1 minute video. It's loading. Please give me some time.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, ma'am.
Take your seat. Thank you, ma'am. Keep quiet, everyone. I'm going to take your attendance now. Roll number 1, yes, ma'am. 2, yes, ma'am. 3, yes, ma'am. 4. Why is she absent today? She is on leave, ma'am. She has gone to her uncle's home. Oh, and why were you absent yesterday, Adrija? Ma'am, yesterday I had a fever. Oh, how are you feeling now? I'm feeling better now, ma'am. Okay, students, let me check your homework first. Sorry, ma'am. I couldn't complete my homework.
Okay.
Good morning.
As I told you, here is a small video. Let's have a watch.
Students, good morning, ma'am. Take your seat. Thank you, ma'am. Keep quiet, everyone. I'm going to take your attendance now. Roll number 1, yes, ma'am. 2, yes, ma'am. 3, yes, ma'am. 4. Why is she absent today? She is on leave, ma'am. She has gone to her uncle's home. Oh, and why were you absent yesterday, Adrija? Ma'am, yesterday I had a fever. Oh, how are you feeling now? I'm feeling better now, ma'am. Okay, students, let me check your homework first. Sorry, ma'am. I couldn't complete my homework because I was sick. It's alright. And all the other students, submit your homework now. And don't worry, Adrija, complete it by tomorrow, okay? Okay, ma'am. Now, let's start our class. Everyone, take out your science books. Ma'am, which chapter? Chapter 3, page number 41. Good morning, students.
I hope everyone were able to hear the audio of the this video. I'm playing it once again, and this will be the last attempt playing this video. So kindly watch it again.
Good morning, ma'am. Take your seat. Attendance now. Roll number 1, yes, ma'am. 2, yes, ma'am. 3, yes, ma'am. 4. Why is she absent today? She is on leave, ma'am. She has gone to her uncle's home. Ma'am, yesterday I had a fever. Oh, how are you feeling now? Check your homework. Complete my homework because I was sick. It's alright. And all the other students, submit your homework now. And don't worry, Adrija, complete it by tomorrow. Okay? Okay, ma'am. Now, let's start our class. Everyone, take out your science books. Ma'am, which chapter? Chapter 3, page number 41.
So in this video, I have a very simple message. The message is nothing but the student didn't complete the homework, right? And she gave it. So the teacher was very soft and considered the situation of the student and gave a second chance to complete the homework. So here, if the student is giving a reason for delay in submitting the homework or project, if it is once or twice, that's fine. But every time if they're telling the same thing, definitely we have to do a background check. And by doing this, they will also have that trust that, okay, my teacher is concerned about my health as well, but they should not misuse that freedom as well. I hope my screen is visible again. Coming to the next part, look at this picture. It is a classroom. Students are not organized. everyone is doing their own work, and the teacher is trying to control them. And also, the classroom is not neat and clean as well. Uh, if you see it in deep, so it is not what you teach, what kind of teacher you are, how you treat your students also matters a lot. It is a very simple statement which I would like to recommend to all the teachers, because we already know that we are treating our students well, but we should maintain that consistency in treating the students. As you teachers, you have years of experience, or you might be a fresher also. Each and every student is different because they come from different background, different society, different environment, whatever it is, right? Putting them in one classroom and trying to shape them in all one line is not that easy. It is possible only the way you treat them equally. So kindly treat all your students equally, irrespective of their academic performance, even non-academic performance. I hope all the teachers understand what I try to say. I don't want to go deep dive into it. And finally, even on the toughest days, remember your impact echoes far beyond the classroom walls. In your classroom, the ordinary becomes extraordinary, so never ignore any student. Sometimes we may not be well, but still we compromise on our health and we come to school to in order not to miss the classes or to complete the portions or whatever it is, right? Yes, we have that responsibility that the syllabus has to be completed. We have to make the other operations work completed, but don't reflect it. We may have tough days, but never ever try to showcase it in front of the students. This is again a one more important soft skill in terms of your attitude or your behavior. This is very important because what to say, months together or days together we might be good, we might maintain the same patience, but one fine day if we try to lose it, then that is highlighted like anything. Let's not do that. If you're really having a tough day, better maintain silence. This is my strong suggestion. Go to class, take your lessons, come back to your staff room, do your other operational work, and just leave for the day. If you really have tough days, it is better to reduce your conversation and just focus on what has to be completed on that particular day's routine. So, coming to the end, teachers make a great difference in each and every student's life. So, we should be one such teacher. Soft skill is nothing but watching our own behavior in front of our students. A very simple statement which I would like to say. Watching our own behavior in front of the students, because they are the one who see us on daily basis, and in some point of time, even at home, parents say that see, teacher is very knowledgeable, they are helping you to improve your studies, so you should listen to them, you should cooperate to them, you should follow them. All these things do happen. So that's all I would like to say. Soft skills is very much important for the current generation teachers. We might be already following it, but how we can upgrade it according to the current environment is what we have to look into. Like how we upgrade our syllabus, right? In the same way. Thank you so much, guys. And if you have anything to say, please share it in the live chat box. I hope you liked the session. I hope you understood the importance of soft skill as a teacher. Willing to see you soon in the next class with more informations about soft skills. Thank you all.
Thank you, Aparna ma'am, for a very, very engaging and informative session. And I'm sure all of our teachers were very interactive throughout the session. And they have come up with a few questions that I would like to ask. A few of
Yeah.
them with you. So, how soft skills be incorporated into daily classroom practices is one of the questions.
Can you please repeat the question?
How should soft skills be incorporated into daily classroom practices?
Okay. Okay. So in daily classroom practices, we have to be little flexible. We cannot be too strict based on the students whom we have, because in one class we may have 50-50, what to say, intelligent, and 50-50 slightly slightly intelligent students. In one class we may face that all of them are average. So accordingly we have to manipulate us. And situation speaks. Sometimes, in order to perform our own daily soft skills, we may need to collaborate with our own colleagues or our seniors in the education, in our workplace, in order to come up with some solutions. I hope the answer matches. I'm happy that the question has raised. Yeah.
Next question, ma'am. How do cultural and language differences affect soft skills in teacher-student interactions? How
Yes,
do
of course.
cultural and language differences affect soft skills in teacher-student interactions?
Definitely. See, imagine there is a student from a tier 3 city. Okay. For better education, they are coming to a metropolitan city. So that environment is new to the student. They may not know how to present themselves in a metropolitan city or in an upgraded school. So that itself is a lack of soft skill for a student who is from a uh, other city, right? And also sometimes what we watch in our society also reflects the soft skill of the students. It can be through news or through social media or through YouTube videos, whatever it is.
Absolutely, ma'am. Okay, I'll just take the last question for the day. How often do I use positive reinforcement and non-verbal communication?
Non-verbal communication, we can use it only when there is a need. See, for example, if there is a sports day going to be organized in a school, that we cannot do it through non-verbal communication, right? If they are going to organize an annual day, I cannot just like that put a WhatsApp message to the parents group and just sit and relax. There I need to interact. There I need to speak. So there, non-verbal communication will not work out. Similarly, if you are handling grade 10 or grade 12 students, definitely keep the non-verbal communication aside. Don't ever include it. Only direct communication. Because it is result oriented in terms of teacher, subjects, also the institution. Right?
Thank you so much, Aparna ma'am. It was a very informative session, and I'm sure all the teachers who have logged in have understood how important it is for a teacher to develop these soft skills, how to interact with your students, how to collaborate with the parents, and how to bring in communication, adaptability, and how to be creative and how to solve problems. I'm sure they have definitely many takeaways from this session. Thanks so much. So, dear participants, if
Thank you
you
so
have
much, ma'am.
registered
Even
and
I am
filled
very much satisfied to meet a bunch of, a huge count of teachers at once. I'm really excited. I'm really very much happy that I have shared some kind of knowledge what I have.
thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Well, dear teachers, if you have registered and filled out the feedback form for this session, check your participation record in our center app in my learning session. So I will just guide you through the instructions. So step number one, please open the center app on your device and then please navigate to the ongoing webinar section. Click on the submit feedback button. Please note that this option will be available at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. At the end of the session, you will receive a 4-digit code required for the feedback and enter this code to access the feedback form. So for today's session, it's going to be 7918. And finally, complete the feedback form and you will be able to record and download your participation record. This is a new process that has been introduced in order to streamline your experience and ensure that your participation is instantly recognized. So thank you all for your active participation in the session today, and we truly appreciate your engagement. And please do register yourselves for the upcoming webinars. Please do visit the Center app. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.